recording, and we're going to get rolling in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Run GMC podcast. I am your host, George Martin Carmona, and today I'm being joined by a special guest, Victory David. He is a track star as well as being a stud football player. He is going to attend Western Colorado, where I think he's doing both track and football. Very
That's
impressive.
correct.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing today, Victory?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself, Coach?
Amazing.
Wonderful.
What have you done today?
Well, I went to my cousin's graduation. He graduated from CSN High School, right? And that was it, basically. You know, just came home.
That's always fun.
Chill with family,
Was there a lot of people? A lot of people at CSN's graduation?
How they did it was they got our family, and we just walked through a hall, and then we just waited for the other family to go through the cafeteria. And then once he was called up, we just walked to the cafeteria, and then he got his diploma.
Wow. So it was like people like rotating out of the cafeteria?
Yeah. So like one group would just wait, and then the other one just go. And when the other one is out of the building, the other one come in and do the same thing.
Okay. So what I am like wondering is like, because I know they do all this stuff for COVID and everything. How many people were wearing masks?
All of the staff, of course. Our family, obviously, we didn't really have our masks because we all, get together all the time. Right. So it was just the staff members mostly.
Okay.
So,
well, that's your day. Today I went out. I went golfing today. That's why I'm in the polo and everything.
I see.
I went out with my girlfriend's dad and brother, and we actually didn't do too bad today. I'm like proud of myself. I'm going out tomorrow morning too, so we'll see if I can put it together back-to-back days.
All right.
But Victory, were you born in Las Vegas? Are you born and raised?
I actually was born and raised in Houston. Or born in Houston, raised in Vegas. Yep.
When did you move over?
I moved my 7th grade year.
7th grade. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How tough of a move was that?
It was pretty cool. It was all right. I was just leaving my dad, and moving into my mom. So that's how it was.
Okay. What middle school you end up going to?
Harney, actually. I went to Harney, my 7th and 8th grade year, and then went straight to Vegas.
All right. And you said you moved here with your mom. Now, back in Houston, did you play sports leading up to 7th grade?
Yes. Yeah, so, and, Texas is a big football state, sports state, actually. And so their middle schools have, like, football teams, like tackle football teams. So that was my actual first time playing tackle. So
okay. Did you play anything leading up to that middle school league? Like any other sports?
No, I mean, I tried basketball, but I wasn't really good at it. I was just using it to pass time, stay conditioned for like the next season and stuff like that. But football was just my main sport at the time.
No, that's awesome. I know how big it is out there. I saw a TikTok the other day on like how big the high school stadiums are out there.
Oh, it's huge. I think the smallest high school I've seen puts Gorman School to shame.
No shit. Was there a game that you remember, like, or a name of the high school that you remember that their stadium was just enormous?
I remember. So I don't remember exactly what stadium it was called, but my 7th grade year, we made it to the championship finals, and we played in like this big old stadium. So yeah, I don't remember what it was called.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm assuming all of them are, like you said, all of them are big out there.
Yeah.
No, I wish Vegas had that aspect in a sense where like high school football was treated more of like this is the place to be. Right. And, I think it's getting there. Like there's certain sports. I don't think it'll ever happen for like baseball or anything like that, but basketball and football, for sure, there needs to be like that one mega arena that everyone plays at.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
Transitioning, okay, you played sports, you went and played football in Houston. Coming to Vegas, what was the sports journey like from there?
Well, actually, like to keep it 100 with you, I wasn't good at all. Like I had butterfingers. I think the only good aspect of me was just my speed. But yeah, I had butterfingers, had no football IQ. I was just, you know, just playing just to just be there. And but I think after the summer, going on to my 8th grade year, I don't know what clicked, what switched on. I just became like a just straight beast my elite year when I played for youth, and then it just carried on to high school, and I just kept on growing from there.
Did you play with the elite Wildcats?
I did.
No, was Coach your coach?
I was coached by Coach Jones, Coach G, Coach Koa, Coach Rick. Yeah, all of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I want to get a lot of those like youth programs on this podcast because that's so important. I feel for those kids, like your development. I mean, I was a kid that I was lucky. I went into high school only playing I played 2 seasons of tackle leading up to high school, but I could only imagine had I played fucking 4 or 5 years beforehand, I would have probably been a lot better. Did you feel like they set you up for the success that you had in high school?
I believe so. Even though like my skills wasn't really showing like potential, they still never gave up on me. And once I something clicked in me, like I said, like it just all fit together, and they just kept on improving me after that.
Awesome. Awesome. So you played freshman football, I'm assuming. Did you make the jump freshman year to varsity? Were you one of the kids that got pulled up?
Yes, I was. I was one of those kids. I played running back my freshman year. And when I got bumped up to varsity my sophomore year, Eli, Cody, they were there still. So it was obviously it was going to be super hard for me to even get a starting spot over Eli and Cody even at that. So I made the decision to go down to JV so I could get more, spot, more like touches and have fun. And so when I went down to JV, I switched from running back to slot receiver, and I stayed at slot receiver, and I actually did really great. And then I just stayed at receiver since then. So.
Definitely. You were one of those. I remember because I coached on that Eli Cody team, and there were a lot of talented guys up there. Did you feel when you made that decision to go down to JV, like you were better than the kids you were playing, and you knew that, when your time came on varsity, you were ready to show out? Or did you feel JV was like the perfect little tester to see how good you actually were?
Well, I knew that I had the skill to play on varsity, but not high enough skill to, be a starter. So when I went down to JV, I already had that confidence. I already know I'm good. I already know I'm better than some of these kids on the team, on the other teams and stuff like that. And then, so I just used that confidence and put it into my game.
Definitely. Was there any game like your JV year where you absolutely shit on a team and you right now's the time to shout out that school for being horrible? Oh
yeah. Okay, so the first school, obviously the worst of the worst is El Dorado. El Dorado is just garbage. I went dumb on them. But I think one of my best JV year games was against DP. We lost, but man, it was a battle. I scored I think twice. I scored twice, I think, and it was just going back and forth. But yeah, I think we lost our gas and they just came on top.
Those are usually the best games, in my opinion. The ones where you obviously everyone shits against El Dorado. For my team, it was Western. When I was in high school, Western was just god awful. I felt bad putting Western clips on my highlight tape. That's how poor they were. But those games against, the Desert Pine, the more challenging teams, obviously it feels more intense in the stadium and everything. So moving from JV to varsity, in between that like sophomore season, did you do track all 4 years, or was it after your sophomore season you did track?
I actually started doing track my sophomore year. Yes.
Awesome. What events did you run?
I ran the 100, 200. They wanted me to do the 4, but I said no. But they made me do the 4x4, so that was they still made me do a 400. I ran the 4x2 relay and the 4x1 relay.
Okay. And it was your first time ever running track, right?
Ever. Yep. Ever touching the track ever.
Did Coach Brimmer, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, has been coaching in Las Vegas forever. I met him when I was coaching at Vegas. Great guy. Shout out to Coach Brim. Did Coach Brim like teach you a lot in your running form?
Actually, so the funny thing is, like when I first joined the track team, do you remember Coach Sellers?
No, that was before I was there.
Yeah, so that was the previous sprinter coach, right? But he left right when I got there. And so we got this one coach called Coach Gray. He kind of taught me and all the new guys, like form, like running and stuff like that. So I was kind of get the basics down. And then he got fired because he didn't show. Yeah, he didn't show up to any of our meets.
Oh,
so all he did was, so he would like coach us for the week, and then when the meets come, he would be like gone. So Brim wasn't having it, fired him, and then so basically we were self-taught for the rest of the season. So we were like, just getting self-taught. Miles was actually with like you were getting workouts from our AAU team, and so they were sending us workouts. Then we do the workouts, and it's kind of hard when you don't have a coach, because they don't. You wouldn't know what to do, right?
Especially for somebody who's first year like you.
Right. So it was kind of hard, but we were determined. So we made it to state, and it was my first time. I made it in the 200 and the 4x2 relay.
Oh, awesome. So that was your sophomore year. You qualified for state. What did you place?
I played my first time. I placed 4th. So it hurt, but then again, I was going against seniors. They're all seniors that beat me, but I did really good, and I was proud about my placement.
Okay. Was it 4th in the 200 or 4th in the 4x2?
4th in the 200, like out of everybody.
No shit. I mean, that's still amazing for you being a sophomore, never doing it before, to get 4th place. I want you to tell the people what a state championship track meet feels like. What is that feeling like before the gun goes off in the championship race?
Man, so a state championship. Woo! You got bubble guts already. Man, so just walking into the stadium, the stands are just filled out. It's like a sold out crowd. You got all the teams in their tents, just preparing for their final race. And, you see all the schools from all the divisions from 1A to 4A, and just like a whole bunch of new faces. You hear the announcer yelling, saying who won, your heart's pumping. And then when they call your event and you know that you're in that event, you just start like, your heart just start pumping. I have like this thing is like the nervous shits. Like I got to go to the bathroom, like bad. So I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sitting in there. I'm trying to think, trying to get myself together. And, I just got to go out and just do your thing.
That was a great description, because every track person I've ever talked to that's been in that race, that championship race, like they're just like, dude, you're so fucking dialed in at that moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like you have all your rivals, all the teams that you want to beat, all the people that want to beat you, especially if you're already a top tier guy and you're already known. People want to just come and beat you. And it's just, you got a lot of pressure on you, especially like the ones that come down to neck and neck. Those are like the best ones. Those are great. So
what was your fastest 200 time?
My fastest 200 time, I clocked in a 21.7.
Wow.
Yeah, I clocked. Yeah.
How does that stand up? Because I know you're going to Western Colorado to do both football and track, which is amazing. Congrats to you, by the way.
Thank you.
How does that stack up? A 21.7 to like college times? What are they running out there at the D1 level?
I think the fastest time that's at my school, I think it's a 20, like a 20, like low. My plan is my freshman year, I'm trying to hit a 20. By the time I'm a sophomore, junior, I'm trying to get down to almost 20, like 21, 20.1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get low yet, but yeah, there's some fast guys out there. But they got me like ranked like top 5 fastest coming in, like out of the track team.
Jesus. That's amazing, dude. That is kudos to you. I know your speed is something that you pride yourself on. What is like a tip that you have for people that are like that aren't the best runners? Like what tip did you learn that like help you become faster?
Oof. Usually it's just the grind, the workouts that my coaches give me, like shout out to Vaughn, that's Simple Speed Athletics on Instagram. Go follow him. He was there my sophomore year. He took me in and he just pounded the workouts and just made me, just believe that I could, be great, run faster, and just push me to my limits, made me throw up, just made me grind like for what I am, where I am now. And just like a lot of hard work. You got to really like be dedicated into what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, that's it, basically.
Now, would you say that, because I know you said it's a lot of training, how much does flexibility play a part in track running? Because I think people miss that aspect. They think it's just all running. Do you guys do a lot of stretching in track?
Yes, you have to. You don't want to pull anything. Like it's crazy how much like muscles and body that you have to use during track that a lot of people don't really know. You got to use a lot of like a dorsiflex. That's like when your toes point up in the air. So like when you hit the ground, it hits the ball of your feet. So you can just push off. You got to use a lot of your hips, your core, your arms, your shoulders, everything. And you got to, it's a lot. It's a lot.
How long do you spend? Because I know you shouted out your trainer Vaughn, which by the way, I'm trying to do like a Las Vegas personal trainer week where I do like 5 podcasts with 5 different personal trainers. You got to plug me with him.
I got you.
But how much stretching do you do with him, like minute wise?
Oh, okay. So when actually like yesterday, we were on the track. So we just did a mile warm up, something slight. And then we did our warm ups are about a cool 30 to 45 minutes. We want to get like a really good stretch. How we do it, we go from slow to fast. So we start doing like slow stretches and then you start picking up the pace so your body starts warming up. And then that's when we get back into the workout.
That's exactly what I want people to hear. God damn it. All you people going out there, you're pulling shit because you don't stretch enough. You got it 30 to 45 minutes, the kid said.
Yeah. So like say like you start doing scoops, right? So you're stretching out that hamstring, and then all of a sudden you go right into a high knee, and then you go into like a side lunge. That's not gonna work because you're trying to build it up and then it just snaps it right back down. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go slow to fast. That's how it is.
I dig it. So you were robbed this year of a chance to win a state title in track because of this whole COVID thing. What happened junior year in state? What did you guys place junior year?
We won state.
One state?
Yeah, we won state.
In what events?
We won the 4x2 relay. The 4x2 relay, we broke the record 3 times. Back to back to back. Yeah, so it was our regionals, like first round, and then we broke it regional finals. Then we broke it at state.
Wow. Shout out the team right now. It was you. Who else?
It was me, my boy Miles, my boy Devin, and my other boy Cody.
Jesus.
Yes.
What a team. So who would have replaced Cody's spot this year?
We actually had two. My boy Keontae came in from Helix High School in California. It was either him or Devin Williams. Yep. So it was out of those two.
And was it pretty much like a lock you guys were going to do it again this year?
Yeah, basically. It's kind of crazy because since my freshman year, it's always been just me, Miles, and Devin. And we always have to replace like a new guy. So that's how it's always been.
No, that's awesome though, because you guys have that core, man. I feel like there's a lot to be said, especially in a relay race. It's tough as fuck to hand off that baton. You got to trust that person. Did you have like fights as like a group because somebody would drop the baton or anything?
I remember I think it was my sophomore year, maybe. Or my junior year. So my junior, it was my junior year because we started betting batons. So when we bet batons is if you win that race, you got to give that person the baton. So we were at Legacy and we tried to bet their baton in the 4x1. And Cody and Devin dropped the baton. And we were heated because we had to give them the baton too. And it was just bad.
So how does that work? You give your baton that you have to the other team?
Yeah. So like say like Vegas bets the baton with Canyon, DP, and Legacy in the relay, right? So if we win, we take all three of the batons.
That's sick. Do coaches get mad?
Oh yeah. And we wave it in their face too. During our Silver State Invitational last year, we bet DP in the 4x1. So we took their baton. We just snatched it out their hand. And we were running around with it. It was a sky blue. So it was like shining in the light. So we were just waving around.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was great. And then Miles decided to bet it again on the 4x4. And then we lost it back. So we had to give it back.
Oh.
Yeah. It was bad. Yeah.
That's I am like fucking interested in baton betting now. Like I gotta check this shit out the next time I go.
Yeah, we do that, man. We do it all the time. It's crazy. A lot of people don't want to do it to us, obviously because we were state champs. So, but a lot of people do it because of the challenge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, people want to step up and they're like, I want to beat the champ. I want to take the champ's baton.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Go ahead.
It was great. Oh yeah. So we have actually a Louis Vuitton baton. Yeah, it's a Louis Vuitton baton, and it says Las Vegas on it.
Who has this?
I think Miles has it right now, or Devin, one of those two.
How do you even get? Is it like custombatons.com?
No, actually, so after my sophomore year, me and Devin, because it was me and Devin's first time running ever, we joined the AAU team. They took us in. It was Team Hurricane. Miles' dad, Coach Pat, he, has been begging us to run. And, we were kind of like, we didn't really want to do track at all. And then we finally gave in. It was like, it's amazing. Like their team is like a family to me. You know what I'm saying? We traveled everywhere. My first year, we went to North Carolina for a national meet.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. My fucking phone alarm went off. There we go. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Yeah. So we went to North Carolina for my first national meet. So we ran in North Carolina and we stayed there for a whole week. And I believe that's where we got the Louis Vuitton baton.
Did you guys win it off a bet?
No, we actually just like made it, purchased it.
Straight up.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we just made it, and then we took it home, and we just had to see if we could use it, and it was clear to use, and we just used it.
That is swaggy. Do you guys realize you guys would have been the swaggiest team in all of America?
Yeah.
Hands down.
No way. Most definitely. Yeah. We used it during state. Yeah, we used it during state.
So you guys not only had your core in track, you guys had an amazing core in football. Devin on the defensive side, you and Miles on the offensive side. How amazing was it to go 9-2 your senior season?
Yeah, it was amazing because you know how Las Vegas we've been going 3-7 for the past 2 years, my sophomore and junior year. But turning it around and making a real name for Las Vegas and putting us back on the map, going 9-2. It was just a blessing. I love to be part of that. I love to be part of that team, and it was just great. The coaches, everybody, like we all really were dedicated. We didn't want to like lose. We were all hardworking, So
I feel it. On a 9-2 team, because I can somewhat relate. There's certain teams where you have that feeling of like, we're not going to, like, there's no way we can lose. Did you guys have that kind of mentality where you were going into some games where it's like, this shit's over? I mean, we just got to play it, but we got this in the bag?
No, we always come out there with a winning mindset, ready to go like battle, no matter what. Like a great example for that was when we played against Legacy. We were losing. We came in there. We were losing. I think 7-21. We were losing by 14, and then we caught up. Then we were losing again by 14. Halftime comes. Then I score, and I think we were down by. Jeez, man, we were down like a lot of times.
It was a shootout. For people to know, that game right there, I had to leave early from that game because my dumbass wore sandals. The game was so cold. It was so windy and miserably cold.
Yeah,
I left it like the third quarter.
Oh yeah, man. The third quarter, that's when we really like snapped because, we really snapped in the third quarter. We really all got together. We weren't going to lose. Came back. Jalen got the winning touchdown, and then BJ got that winning pick.
BJ, little old BJ.
Oh yeah,
God, getting it done. Good for him though. He needed that moment. Like, he's only a sophomore too. That's like a career defining moment. When I'm interviewing him in 2 years, he's gonna be like, "It was sophomore year. It was a legacy game. Got the game winning pick." But anyway, you guys 9-2. What in the world happened against Palo Verde home playoff game? Like, what happened?
Man. To me, I think that we really weren't executing on offense. I know I dropped a couple. Miles dropped a couple. It just butterfingers everywhere. And, once one person drops, it's contagious. So everybody starts dropping stuff. We weren't getting anything off. Our running back couldn't get out. And they were kind of just locking us down. And then on defense, all I know is that that freaking wing tee that they do.
Jesus.
So we couldn't, I guess they couldn't read it as good. And they just kept on doing that trick stuff on them. So
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
A team that runs a good wing tee, as much I've talked to Cap about it before, about because we both agree we don't like that offense. It's a simple offense. It's everybody on the line, block one direction, and it's like a whole bunch of misdirection handoffs, and you just hit the hole. It's not the same as you guys, your senior season, under Cap's offense, where you guys were spreading out in the spread, sometimes even going empty. I mean, you guys had nothing but weapons out there. How did it feel to be part of an air raid offense?
I loved it. Because Deshaun had a whole bunch of different targets. We were all fast. Jalen, he was just long, so he could just get out there, and we were just able to just get spots for him to throw. So, I mean, it was great. I loved it. I love that.
So what do you think happened from your junior season, the chemistry and the route running then compared to senior year?
Everybody tells you for your senior year to you really take it all, give it your all. This might be your last time ever playing, because a lot of people are not as fortunate as us to get college offers. So like I have to just go hard, you know, give it everything I got every game.
You felt
And
that like sense of urgency. Did you have any offers going into senior year football?
yes, I did.
Okay,
I had a couple. I'm sorry.
you're good.
Yeah, I had a couple. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right. Sorry about that.
There we go.
All right. So I believe my very first offer was from UMary. UMary wanted me for football. So
How many followed after that? What were all the offers you received?
So the other offers that I received was from UMary, Eastern New Mexico, Ottawa, Arizona, and Western Colorado. And then a lot of them were like D1s like Weber, Sac State, Idaho, Colorado State, the Army and the Navy, and there's a lot of like JUCO ones.
Okay. So what was like your thought process behind choosing Western Colorado in the end?
Well, my dream goal, like out of everything when I was in high school, was to make sure that my mom doesn't have to pay anything for my college. So that was my dream. And, Western, they provided me with a dual variety. So I was like extremely grateful for that. And obviously the other schools, I mean, they showed great potential. They're great people, great coaching staff. But just Western is just that's going to be home. That's going to be great. I can't wait to go out there.
Colorado's a beautiful place, man. I've been there a handful of times, and every time I go there, I'm like, there's something different about the air. It's just it just tastes different. It tastes like fucking white people and weed. Don't get in trouble in Colorado up there. God damn it, Victory.
I'm not. I got you.
Because hey, I'm telling you, them drug tests are random.
Yeah, I know.
As can be. Hey, I'll tell you a story because this is a perfect time in the podcast. I was at UNLV and I had injured myself. I tore my ACL, so I was done for the year. And I was like, it was a night at Fremont. I was having a little fun. Go back, smoked a little pot. And then what text do I get Monday morning at 6 a.m.? Mandatory drug test. Come down to the athletics facility for it. And I'm like, motherfucker, like this is it. Like they got me. Somehow I passed, I guess. But that just goes to show you, hey, I'm telling you, dude, I was like, this one time it won't hurt. And then Monday morning, dude, 6 a.m., I had an hour to get in there.
God.
Nuts.
God.
And that was a UNLV one. There's like NCAA ones, and then there's ones that your school does specifically. But just be mindful. Be mindful.
Gotcha.
Have fun though. Have fun.
Oh, yeah.
How many? Do you have a girlfriend right now?
I do.
Okay. I'll stop. Right there. Okay. All right, Victory, Western Colorado. What do you envision after all this? I know your goal was to get your college paid for, but Victory, in 4 years, where do you envision all this ending up?
In 4 years, man. My dream is to at least make it to the league or the Olympics, one of the two. I'm going out there and, just going crazy. That's my dream, to go out there and make it to the league. If that doesn't work, then I'm just going to pursue myself into the Olympics.
I love it. I love it. Now, what does it take to go to the Olympics? Is there like qualifying matches?
I know. Yeah. I know there's a couple qualifying meets that you have to do. Like when I was looking at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, to qualify, man, they had to run some hot. Like for a 100-meter run, I think you have to run like a 10.1.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you have to run like some hot stuff. for the 200 meter, I believe it was like a 20 like 1.1 or something like that. It was some low stuff.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
So
it was crazy.
Well, when you do track meets at Western Colorado, do those count as like qualifying meets, or is it specifically like this is the United States Olympic qualifier?
I might have to go more in depth with that with my track coach, because I don't know myself.
Okay. And it's early. What is the next one? Because I wonder what they're going to do. Do you think they're going to do the next Olympics 2024, or do you think they're going to do it 2025, since these ones are like a year behind?
And well, I know it's every 4 years, so I'm thinking 2024.
Keep it the same, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what I envision too. And plus,
I'm thinking
the Summer Olympics are the best ones. Screw the Winter Olympics.
Ice skating and figure skating.
Nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see a man cross country ski for 20 minutes and then shoot and then ski again. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, man.
All right. So, Victory, you've had a wild ride getting to this point from Houston, Texas, all the way now to end up in Western Colorado. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have helped you out on the way. I'm going to leave this last 30 seconds for you. Shout out anybody that you want to shout out.
Well, first, I want to thank the man above, for putting me into this position where I'm at now. Without him, I don't know where I would be. And second, I want to thank my mom, my true support system. She's been there like everywhere, at every game, at every meet that she can make it to. She's always been there. And then my family, just love them all.
I love it.
And then, all my boys, my girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Victory David. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All righty, Victory.